It is far too late for mere reform, in my opinion. The only reform we really need is for Bernie Sanders to become the first Prime Minister of the Reformed Republic of the United States of America. Then we can finally end this long, uncivil war that began with the assassination of John F. Kennedy by the radical fascist establishment. We must end the totally unnecessary, bloated aristocracy of multi-hundreds of billionaires based on economic slavery and return the fruit of labor to the workers, not the owners. We can then end the trillion-dollar Pentagon war machine, stop interventionist illegal occupations of foreign countries, close immigration detention centers, end mass incarceration, and end the militarization of racist police. We can end finally the centuries-old perpetual war on peace for the profits of the blood-stained few billionaires that rule and ruin the world. End the tyranny of necessity of homelessness, starvation, and abject poverty worldwide. End all fossil fuels and plastics. End the privately owned automobile. End this wasteful, money-grubbing, lying, cheating, stealing, gangster corporate fascism. Cap personal earnings above $1 billion and give the rest back to the society. By taxing more than $1 billion in personal earnings at 100%. Use that money for the common good and reward those who are successful enough to help those on the bottom. Disabled people, mentally ill people, the unemployed, the lost, the depressed, the ill and hopeless among us. This is the honorable service that makes even a pampered rich person worthy of love and human fellowship. Tax the rich and well-off at 50% and make it a graduating tax that stops at the medium income so that the lower half of our nation can prosper and fuel the economy with trickle-up economics. We can end regime change wars, resource wars, drug wars, war on the poor, war on women and children, war on veterans, war on hippies, war on African Americans and Native Americans and Latino Americans. Now is the time to end wage slavery for all Americans and institute a new republic that is proactive and can anticipate these worldwide problems before they happen and control and minimize the danger to the public and to the future by having a Green New Deal that makes love not war between nations and makes the wealthy pay for the decent and fair civilization that cares for the weak and vulnerable and doesn't gouge them or dull them into submission to the rich. Let natural service be for a common worldwide cleanup and maintenance and protection of nature, not war. Let life be more important than work and honor leisure time and families more than wealth and status. Elevate our spiritual concepts to include reincarnation and an eternal spirit within us and within all life. Accept our humble place in the vast and majestically infinite universe that is alive and conscious just like us, and that we are one with it. Let us imagine and manage our own evolution as a species and a civilization together, all of us, everywhere. Let us remake this world and usher in a new world that will last the ages and honor our dedication to all that is good in life and in ourselves. Let us restrain this greedy and brutally selfish shadow of ourselves, this long black shadow of fascism, and leave the slave master elitists and the self-infatuated Nazis and the corporate mega gangsters behind once and for all time, and save the future. Let us institute a new House of the People, a true digital democracy that allows the well-educated people themselves to vote on issues and appropriate funds. Let us end the rule of elitists and transform this colonial leftover government with a 21st century democracy that allows for the people themselves to rule and to prosper. Give the hardworking poor the benefits of the richest country in the history of the world for a change. How about a full-time 20-hour work week, 50-hour minimum wage, a 13th month salary and vacation? How about a modern state-of-the-art public transportation, guaranteed clean air, water, and land? Let's plant 100 billion trees all over the world and end vast meat production. Let's create and explore alternatives to energy production and social routines. We should even re-examine our sexual mores and hypocrisies and see if we can't humanize our world and make it easier to live a good and pleasurable and productive life on this wonderful, awe-inspiring planet. Medicare for all, basic income, revitalize the nightlife with coffee shops selling legalized herb, free education, tech centers in every city and town for public use, free childcare, family leave. It can all come true now, as it already is in many of the countries of the world. Let us join them now, and it will become more and more obvious, even to the most staunch fascist among us, that it is a do-or-die situation now, and they will have to find the humility to give up their clannish conceits and surrender to a sustained and livable, more just and equal and fair and free future for all mankind and womankind everywhere on this garden planet.
I am Lunge the Dinosaur, and I approve this message. Thank you. Let us not go extinct.